want to introduce, first of all, today, the R.E.S.T team. The R.E.S.T team is not like, posturepedic, sleeping, taking a nap. It's nothing like that, okay? And the boss is at the back there. So we got to be careful that we say all the nice things about the R.E.S.T, right? Okay, I want to tell you about two people that are going to come up and speak. I'm going to start with Kelsey because I don't know Kelsey well enough to make fun of her. Kelsey joined the R.E.S.T team in March 2015 as a real estate services coordinator in Alice. She was raised in upstate New York. Please don't hold that against her. She's and Western North Carolina. I'm not sure of the connection there, but
yeah, halfway between Charlotte and Nashville. So big.
Okay, all right, fine. Right, we'll go with that.
Wherever that is.
After a long history in real estate investment and residential leasing, she joined us and she was licensed in December 2014. Since joining the R.E.S.T team, Kelsey supports the director and personal move managers by handling logistics and client intake management. I have no idea what all that's about. She can explain it when she comes up here. But now I'm going to tell you about Simon. Simon, who is another one of my expats from England. Of course, did we get a picture? Oh, Tanika's not up here, but I did ask her to put a Chelsea picture up here because he doesn't know what a good football team is, so I wanted to show him what a really good football team is. But anyway, he moved to the United States in 2002, worked in real estate in central London for over 15 years, became a realtor in Charlotte, North Carolina. He brings over 30 years of experience to real estate. And in 2009, he joined the ADP R.E.S.T team, okay? Simon coaches a soccer team and supports his beloved soccer team, Chelsea. Is that what it says? I'm sorry, it says Fulham here, but I don't know about Fulham. And his wife, Elisa, and they have twins, Charlie and Daisy, right? Let's give them a really big welcome.
So Eddie's from the rich part of London, and I'm from the poor part, as you can tell. Thank you for letting me in today, Eddie. I appreciate it. As he said, my name is Simon Cole. I'm with the ADP Real Estate Services team. The first thing I'm going to say is that's not relocation. So real estate services is completely for your personal moves. So I want to get that out because I'm going to repeat it a lot, so that you keep that in the back of your mind as we go through this program. We are part of the relocation team, but we are not relocation. We are real estate services, and that's a personal move. I'd like to thank everybody for inviting us down here. We've been trying to get here and pass the information on our program for a number of years, so it's a real honor to be able to come here and speak. So I'm also here today with my director, Lois Johnson, who's in the back there, and Kelsey Moeslinger, who's our self-serve coordinator. As we mentioned, we have two programs. I'll be dealing with the full-serve program today, and Kelsey will explain the self-serve. We have 3 full-time real estate counselors, myself, James Allen, and Dawn Smorowski, and as well as Lois helping everybody with their coordination of their move. We talked about it earlier, but there's about 80 years of real estate experience between us. So on top of the real estate agents that you'll use, you'll also have us to be there as your personal move manager and counsellor. The program's been running about 15 years. Lois started it, and as I say, it's been a real benefit, and now it's about us trying to expand it and explain the program in more detail. We've actually gone international. In April this year, we opened it up to Canada as well, and that's proving popular too. We are based in Charlotte, but we are a national program, so we work in every state. So if anybody of you know in any other state who needs our assistance, please send them our way too. This is our website here, and we also have a toll-free number, and I'll show our website page in a bit more detail later on in the presentation. So what is the R.E.S.T benefit? It's a value-add, no-cost real estate benefit. It's available when making a personal move within the US or Canada. Value-add and no cost. It doesn't cost you anything to have us as part of the program. You will have associated fees as part of the transaction, but we're here to save you money. As Eddie mentioned earlier, there's savings on benefits with the lender fees and things like that. In the full serve program, the majority of the benefit is the service that we offer, the coordination of services, but also, as I mentioned, there'll be discounts with lenders, movers, and that kind of thing as well. The two programs is full serve and self-serve. As I said, we'll explain it further with Kelsey in the self-serve program. We kind of describe it in our office as me or money. That's a simple way of working out, and you'll see it as we go through the program. Full serve will be getting a full-time counsellor, i.e. me. Self-serve is getting a rebate, and that's where the money comes in. So that's basically going to be your choices, but as I say, we'll go in more detail as we go through this program. So this is the full site program. Those two members on the left we'll discuss once I finish at the end. So the program offers a full-time ADP personal move manager. As I said, that's going to be one of us four looking after you and holding your hand throughout the program. We'll take you from the minute you enroll all the way through to the closing part of the program as well. We're all about guidance and service. An ADP move manager will coordinate all aspects of the process. We'll assign a real estate agent to work with you locally on the ground, but we'll also coordinate and keep an eye on everything and really give you an understanding and expectation of what's happening at each step of the way. A lot of times we'll be there to kind of give you a layman's view of what an agent's saying or what a mortgage agent is saying, so that you know you're being well looked after and everything's going through. Also, a lot of times you're in cubicles and can't deal with anything through the day. You can reach out to us, and as long as there's no Privacy Act situations, etc., we can call in and check things for you and give you feedback. Obviously, we're an ADP employee, so we can reach out to you through links or whatever they're calling it now, Skype for Business. We can do that too. So, when should you be using the R.E.S.T program? Actually, the answer is going to be anytime. Anytime you make a personal move, we're there and available for you. So we're there for your primary residence, either a vacation home or an investment property. Recruiters can use it to sell ADP. We can offer it to new employees coming into the program or into ADP who haven't got a relocation package. You can tell them about this benefit and they can utilize it and get savings that way. Or managers can offer it to relocated employees with limited benefits as well. So who can utilize this program? All ADP associates. That basically includes home shores and contractors as well. Family members, Lois mentioned earlier actually in the managers meeting that it used to be immediate family members. Now, if you can prove that they're family, I think we'll help them. So definitely reach out if you have any family members looking to buy or sell. We're there and we'll be able to help. And then select clients of ADP, whether it be total source or major account con services. So this is the 4 stages of the full service program. We have the home sale service, we have the Buy Smart program, preferred mortgage, and then preferred household goods moving service. So the top 2 are to do with the actual move itself, so that's regarding home sale or home find. On the home sale side, we'll assign 2 local agents to come out, look at your property, review it, and compete for the listing. They'll produce what's called a BPO, which is a broker's price opinion. They'll give you an update on what they think the house will sell for, what they think they can list it for. Also, anything positive and negative to do with the property. If there's work coming into the area, if there's an airport starting to be built at the bottom of your yard, things like that. Anything positive and negative that will affect the property, they'll give that to us as well. They'll send that to me where we'll review it, and then you as the associate will then select hopefully one of those 2 agents to list the house. There's no obligation in any of this, so if you find that this isn't one that you want, we can either assign another agent or you can leave the program and go and work with somebody else. But hopefully all of the agents we use are on the relocation teams in most cases, which means they're going to be the most experienced agent in the office, in their offices. Normally we try and make sure that they have between 8 and 10 years real estate experience, and also we try and make sure that they're relocation trained, because a lot of time when we're selling or buying a house, we want to make sure that should you ever be relocated by ADP, then the home is able to go into that relocation program as well. So things like underground oil tanks, synthetic stucco, we'll want to make sure that those things are addressed and that the real estate agent knows about them before he's showing you homes. On the home sale side, we'll also assist with obviously the purchase offer negotiations, the inspection repair resolutions, and the closing statement review. We'll look at all of those. We're always going to expect the real estate agent to be the expert, but just having an extra pair of ears and eyes, that's really what we're about on the full serve program. Same with the home find. The only difference really is that on the home find, we're assigning one agent. So you're going to get one local agent to look after you, showing you homes and looking out for your interests, and then we'll be behind that, keeping an eye on it. Once they find a home, we'll have them do a CMA so that they know, which is a market analysis, so we know that the home should appraise, and we'll keep an eye on it that way. And then, of course, we'll do the same thing as we did in the home sale. We'll assist with the purchase offer negotiations, inspection repairs, and then we'll review the closing statements. Our preferred mortgages, we have about 8 or 9 different lenders. Part of it will be localized lenders, and then we have national lenders. Currently, all of those cap their lender fees at $100. So this is where Eddie was talking about earlier, the savings come in. Origination fees are waived. Normally those are between 0.5% and 1% of the loan amount. So on a $100,000 purchase, you're looking at $1,000 savings. Appraisals are normally $400. So you're looking at somewhere between $1,000 to $1,500 minimum saving on a $100,000 purchase. We just have a flat $100 cap lender fee. With our preferred movers, currently it's running at about a 67% discount for interstate. We do have localized movers as well, and you can reach out to those as well. Each of our vendors has a dedicated member of staff that will look after you at their office. Should it need to be escalated, we're able to go direct to those rather than a 1-800 number or just reach out to whoever's on duty that day. We have a dedicated member, whether it be at the lender or the moving companies, etc. So this is where you can find us on the portal. Everything on that bottom 2 lines is how you find us. So it takes some time. We're trying to improve that process right now, but basically it's my life, then go to my benefits, then go to additional benefits, then go to work and family, and then finally you get to corporate relocation and associate real estate services team. As I say, we're working on it, but that's where you'll find us. We do have our own designated website. Here at the moment we're running, this here is our listing board. You can find every home that's listed through our program available. So when you list your home with us, we'll put it on the listing board as well as have it advertised through our real estate agents. So everybody nationally can see that. We have a R.E.S.T overview tour, which is a video of the program itself. We also have the R.E.S.T brochure, and that is also in PDF form. So you can go there, you can download it onto your desktop and read it, or send it to a family member so that they understand the program too. We also have some testimonials. And then at the bottom, oh, the light's not working, we have the click here to enroll today. That's the enrollment form, so it's an easy process. You click on that, open it up, fill in the information, it gets sent straight to us, and within 24 hours we'll contact you back and let you know and start the process basically. Again, one of the questions this morning was asked, there is no obligation with that enrollment form, so you're just reaching out for information, you're not obligated at any time. We also have a live chat feature. It's not shown on this at the moment. We've just started that. So you can go to that website. If you have any questions regarding real estate, click on that. It'll come through to one of us, one of our counsellors, and they'll guide you through answer any questions you have. You do not need to be enrolled in the real estate program to ask those questions, and it will be one of us answering it for you. So this is a few of the testimonials that we've been getting. Currently, for the last couple of years, we do survey scores after every transaction, be it home sale or home find. Last year, we had a survey return of 81%, and a net. Oh, this is this year rather, and a net promoter score is currently running at 96. Last year, we had a survey return score of 83%, and over the year, our net promoter score was 93. So hopefully people are still liking this. And lastly, we realise real estate is not 9 till 5. So we do carry our phones with us, evenings, weekends. We realise that that's most of the time you're going to be looking at homes. We'd rather you call us when you found a home and tell us what's going on so that we can look at the house and make sure that there are no underground oil tanks, synthetic stucco, any of those questions. Then you call us on Monday and tell us I found a great house, and then we have these issues. So we are available evenings and weekends. We will try. We do have lives outside of real estate, but we do try to call you back as soon as possible and discuss any options you have. So I'm now going to pass you over to Kelsey to explain the self-serve, and you can listen to the music while we do that. Thank you very much.
I am Kelsey. I'm the self-serve coordinator. So clearly the biggest difference between full service and self-service is going to be the cash rebate. And while the rebate is a great incentive, you are kind of stepping away from the comfort and security of having a full service coordinator. And that's, someone like Simon who's a seasoned real estate professional. As you mentioned, there's probably 80 years of experience between our whole team, and I probably make up about one or two of them professionally. So they definitely know what they're talking about, and they've seen every scenario across the board. Whether it's, an underground oil tank in Long Island or a floodplain in Minnesota. So that is definitely invaluable, but with that being said, I would recommend the self-service program for someone who knows their local area, has bought or sold before, and is fully motivated by the rebate. So if you're really looking forward to some cash to offset some of your closing costs, to help you with your moving services, it's a cash rebate, so you're getting a check in your name after you close. So this person may not need as much guidance, and is probably someone who just kind of needs a realtor, might be moving down the street, something like that, and would definitely want to take advantage of just being able to drive on an online platform, and then receive some cash back after closing. So he's doing the money dance, which hopefully you'll be doing after going through self-service. But really the main thing is working with one of our real estate agents. So as long as you're working with a real estate agent, you are entitled to that rebate. As you can see, it's pretty significant. $400,000 house would yield a $1,600 rebate. There are certain states where it's not permitted, but Georgia's not one of those. So on the home sale or the home buying side, you'd be eligible for a rebate. And then be able to kind of combine those and possibly work with a similar agent. So let's say you work with the same agent for both sides of the transaction, they might be able to negotiate a reduction in commission for you. So the way that self-service works is with an online platform that we actually have a third-party vendor that hosts this online platform, and they're actually the ones who will give you the rebate. I'm really just the coordinator, so anything related to self-serve, I try to answer your questions and kind of get it to the appropriate person to answer. Is this laser working? Okay, yeah. So as you can see, you get kind of a standard online account with a username and password. And then from there, you kind of select what you are wanting to do. So if you're ready to buy, kind of one of the first things you're going to want to do is request an appointment with one of our lenders. If you're looking just for kind of resources and information, you can go to the library. If you're trying to figure out if this is the right time for you to buy versus rent, that'd be a good place to just get some tips, tools, online calculators, things like that. They also do have rental services, so I think they use Porchlight. And that's another company that will facilitate whether it's property management or needing a rental agent to find you a temporary housing or long-term housing wherever you're going. Also, they do have what we call benefriends. So as Simon mentioned, in full service, your family members can take advantage of the full service program. So the way that self-service does it is through benefriends, and it actually can be a friend, so someone you work with, or it can also be a family member, and they can also take advantage of the rebate and the savings and all of the vendors that we do have. So just like with full service, we have a host of realtors, lenders, other vendors like moving companies that you can utilize to get the discount, and also just the preferred service, so you're getting some of the best customer service in the business. So here we have some of our national lenders that we work with strictly through the self-service program, and they will cap their lender fees at $300 because you are getting that cash rebate. So it's pretty user-friendly, point and click, and someone will reach out to you, especially if it's like a lender or a mover, so they can start talking to you and give you a quote. So these are some of our movers here that we work through the self-service program with. You also have the ability to kind of track your move. So wherever you are in the process, I know some of our lenders do have kind of like a, step-by-step where you are in the loan application process. They do that also with the moving quotes and, where your household goods are and that sort of thing. So pretty easy to kind of stay on top of your own move, but for someone with, kind of the knowledge of how the process works, how real estate, works. And then kind of lastly, just some basic frequently asked questions that we get with the two different service offerings. So you might want to use one of the lenders through the full service or the self-service program. But really the thing is working with the realtor. So you can use any of the vendors that you want, full service or self-service, but working with a realtor is what's going to get you that rebate, but you can still get those capped fees and that sort of thing. The way to enroll in the self-service program is very similar to full service. You just go on our website or give us a call. Our website's there. And then you would enroll in the enrollment form, but you would select self-service rather than full service, and someone would reach out to you, which would be your benefit consultant over at Employee Homeview. And a lot of times you'll get me on this number, and I'll try to just field your call, take a quick intake call, see what you need, whether you're wanting to buy, sell, or just need lender services or moving services, and kind of direct your call from there. And then as far as our mortgage lenders, they are doing a $300 cap fee, so as you mentioned, it's quite a big savings. But you can go with some of the lenders through the full service program if you're not going through either program, and they will cap those fees at $100. So really it's a value add benefit, nothing to lose, no cost to you, so it's a great option for you if you feel like you can kind of control your move, take control of it. All right, so I'm going to turn it over to questions for me or Simon, and we also have some flyers over there, so it has our contact information and some cute little magnets, so feel free to grab that on your way out as well. Any questions?
No question. So for instance, if you start off self-serve, can you switch at any point in time?
Yes,
Okay.
you can. Yep, I think that's
You
fine,
can
right?
switch once. You can't switch backwards and forwards.
Okay.
Can you do the self-service to full service or the full service to self-service?
Which way round is it, Lois?
But not
But you can't go the other way.
Okay, gotcha. So self-service to full service, but not full service to self-service.
Just to mention, I sort of had a global orientation for our new hires. We do mention the R.E.S.T program in our orientation with all the new hires coming on Mondays. And I give them my personal testimony before I go overseas. I sold my home, and you guys sold my home in 10 days.
Great.
I found a place to relocate. So now I was homeless.
Sure you don't want to come on these campus visits with us and tell people that?
Yeah, so I use that as an example. It's a phenomenal team, and I say that during orientation, phenomenal team.
Great,
Thank you so
very
much. Love to hear that.
And Dave used it to move down here as well.
He used relocation.
And I'm actually currently using it as well. So don't think it's not used, it's well used. And you should really be thinking about it, even if it's just to make a phone call to them, to ask them about real estate questions. They are great at just answering the general questions.
That's kind of why we added the live chat feature to the website. So if you do have a question, or today, if you still don't have a question, just take the website address down so that you can reach out to us there. And as I say, we're all ADP employees, so we are on the Skype for Business as well. So you don't have to enroll. If you have to ask the question, we'll answer the question, and then if we need to take it that step further after that. A lot of times, especially with our mortgage agents, we're able to point you in that direction because it's far better to get understanding of where you are in the process. Say you're 6 months away, it's better to make that call today, find out where you are in the mortgage process, than wait 6 months, think I'm ready now, and then find there's some problems that you have to deal with and then have to wait another 3 or 4 months. So it's better to ask straight away, get the things taken care of, and then your time frame will be set from that.
Is your website accessible outside of the portal?
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
And don't forget, it's not just for agents, personnel, it's also for our clients as well as your parents.
Yeah, I mean, for example, if you know, you employ people coming in to get work here, etc. as well, you can tell them if they're not getting a relocation pack, you know, you can use it as a drawing point to bringing them to ADP, because we know they can use the R.E.S.T program to move here, and you know, it's another way of showing that ADP cares.
For I know for self-service you mentioned the renting. Is there anything like that for both service?
We tend to use our real estate agents. We assist with rentals. The difficulty is with a lot of our real estate agents, they charge fees to go out and show rentals. And it's quite expensive. It's $500, $600 a day. So oftentimes you find on the rental side, it can be more cost effective for you to go, you know, online and looking on the websites there, and Craigslist and also rentals.com and things like that. But certainly I would say reach out to us first, because we may have resources in those areas. You know, we partner with Maybarn here, and they have a property management company. So sometimes we find that we're able to send them that direction, and then we work with them there. We don't have any real say in it once we've passed you over to the rental company, but certainly we'll be there should you have any issues.
And the other side of that is you should consider talking to them if you're renting today, whether you can buy, because they'll help you do your 100%.
Yeah, we'll work out some programs. We'll talk to you about that. And then, of course, the other thing is that if your rental expires, you know, in, let's say January, bear in mind that you can purchase the home in November, and then have a soft move into the property, because mortgages are paid backwards. So if you close in November, your first mortgage payment wouldn't be till January. So you would be able to move slowly into the home, as opposed to closing on the same day as moving out of your rental and rushing around like a lunatic trying to move house. So those are the sort of things that we offer as you know, on that first intake call when we talk you through it. As I said, we've been doing it a while, so hopefully there's some things we can bring.
Yeah, and we do get the rental question a lot, and we try to kind of advise you, and you know, because at this point, buying does make a little more sense than renting from a financial perspective. You can go online and see like rental calculators and kind of decide. So really, what we're trying to do is like facilitate that first home purchase, or you know, whether it's building your credit or you know, that sort of thing, getting down payment assistance, so that you know, in the long run, you are saving more money than you would if you were just, you know, paying a rent every month. And then another thing too is that a lot of times rental agents will kind of charge an area tour or rental tour. So that's a savings coming right out of your pocket, versus being able to kind of go online like many people do and find a rental on your own. But we will, you know, if you need a rental agent, we can do that.
You mentioned down payment assistance. Does the R.E.S.T program partner with any of like the grant programs?
We don't, but our lenders do. Okay. So all of our, we're not a mortgage company, so our lenders will have, you know, if we have the local lenders, then they will be part of the programs that are available in some cases. Some of the down payment programs are specifically linked to specific lenders, and that can cause some issues because they tie themselves to that, and we can't be partner of that. But in most cases, yeah, we have localized lenders here who we can partner with, and they'll be able to give you that advice.
There are flyers and there are magnets over here. You'll be able to need to pick one up and lay out. Any other questions?
Will you all do consultations while you're here on site, or do you just make the call with funding?
We can speak briefly after this meeting if you like, that's no problem. Otherwise we can set up an intake call and have a conversation, whatever's easiest for you. But we will be leaving probably in an hour after. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And call the hotline too, because you know you'll pretty much always get an answer. And if you just have a very simple question to something even more complicated, we can answer it for you, or someone in our office knows. You know, so.
Because they'll be
It's
bored
always
for
great
3 hours
resource.
in the car, so call them in the car.
I'll give you
Three of
Simon's
them sitting
personal
there at the
cell.
same time. Sorry.
No problem.
Last time they were here, the car broke down. They were 6 hours getting back. All right, any other questions? Round of applause.
Thank you.